And the tone was kind of, not a fan to be honest. I am less a fan of The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug. I think these drag on for way too long with basically nothing happening. I don't have anything to say anymore at this point. Another YMS review of Amusement. This is quite a good YouTube video. Why did I give it an 18? Boop, that doesn't have a rating. The Hobbit 3. I think I enjoyed this the most purely because it was the shortest. I didn't watch the extended editions and I have no intention to. Then Machete. First one. I watched this with my dad. It's just a stupid fun action movie. 21 Jump Street. People like this. I think the general consensus is that these are quite funny, which in places they are, but I still do think it's overrated. Mr. Holmes, which only has an IMDb score of 6.9. I mean, it wasn't great, but I do think it's a beautiful film. But, okay, this is a German film, but I found that internationally it was marketed as Krabat and the Legend of the Satanic Mill, which is such a weird over-the-top title. Not a great film though. I watched 2 episodes of Sherlock, which have a 9.1 score. That's fucking hell. The show's not that good. The show isn't 9.1 stars good. Millennium Part 1. This is the Swedish version of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I rewatched it just yesterday or the day before yesterday. But yeah, I do like the Swedish version of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Obviously, the American remake, it's a David Fincher film. It's great. It's much better. Which is rare that an American remake of a foreign film is better than the original. But it's a David Fincher film. The remake is way better. But I still like these Swedish versions. Then The Crow. Oh, my first watch of The Crow was this year. I kind of feel like I've known that thing for years. I love The Crow to death. That's I don't care. I love this film so much that I am immune to hearing criticism about it. Like, there's some hammy performances and weird decisions, but I love this thing so much. I just... non-stop. I don't remember what this was. Marathon Man. My dad recommended this to me and someday bought it for me. He bought me a bunch of movies, which, I mean, thank you, Dad. Marathon Man was quite good. Then I watched Death Note, the TV show. That I love Death Note. Someone asked me whether I watch anime, and I said, I don't care. I watch movies. I watch movies and TV shows. I take everything that's like recommended to me or critically acclaimed. I've got Fargo right here. I just watched that. Yeah, it was recommended to me. So yeah, that's Death Note falls into that. I don't care that it's animated or Japanese. I watched it because I heard it was great. Not by anime fans, but also by film fans of generally film as an art form. So I checked it out and it's great. I bought it on DVD after having watched it. But yeah, I do watch anime. If you think there's an anime I should check out, throw them at me. I'll see. Then Snowpiercer. Yeah, it's good. Snowpiercer, that was good. Then I watched Death Note episodes 10 through 37, and now I'm 41 ahead of the plan. But yeah, like I said, these are TV episodes. Don't really count as singular films. Baby Driver. I mentioned this earlier, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it. Requiem for a Dream. This is some good shit. This is... yeah. Then, still on vacation. These are the films I watched on vacation. Everything after Death Note. The Girl with the... I don't know the English titles. The Swedish sequels to The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And then the American remake. Yeah, those two fall far behind that first Swedish one for me, with then later on the American one peaking out as the best one. Then Memento might also be one of my absolute favorites. I love myself some Memento. Hellraiser, the first one, the good one. And Hellraiser 2, Hellbound. And Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. Hellraiser 1 and the first half of Hellraiser 2 are so good. But then Hellraiser 2 in its second half feels like a completely different movie, because Hellraiser 2 they just took 2 movies and smushed them into one movie, and that's Hellraiser 2. Then Hellraiser 3 That's just when you give an IP of a good horror franchise to the Weinsteins and that movie happens. And I know that after the fourth one, it becomes boring bad instead of funny bad, but I will still suffer through all those movies. Then next up, Borat. Good political commentary wrapped up in a fun comedy. Netflix's Death Note live action. Oh, here I bought the Saw box set, which we'll get into later. Moving along, Summer of '84. Summer of '84 is kind of a bland film. It's kind of Stranger Things-y with, it's a bunch of kids in the 80s. It falls completely flat on a mystery standpoint, but the third act pulls some shit that was so good. Infernal Affairs. This is the original Departed. This is a Chinese film. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. In this case, I again think the American remake is a better film, but this is worth checking out. Oh, yeah! Naroi. I loved this. I think it's a found footage mystery horror from Korea, either Korea or Japan. Mystery horror found footage film, which is I liked it. When talking about found footage, you're obviously always comparing to the Blair Witch Project. I think this is better than the Blair Witch Project. You have to be in a mood for this one. It's very slow. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. At the point in the Mission Impossible franchise, they kept off the trilogy. Now it's just Tom Cruise trying to kill himself. So good. The Prince of Egypt, one of my childhood movies. I still think this is a very good film. Mad Max Fury Road. Earlier we had Thunderdome. This is the fourth one, Fury Road. Great action film. Deep Clean. I don't remember this. I think it was a short film. Give me... Oh yeah, no, I remember now. That was a short film a friend sent to me. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Do check it out. Catch Me If You Can. A date showed this to me. I loved it. This is a great film. Then we watched Ice Age. Another one of my childhood films. I love it to death. Casino Royale. I was very tired while watching that, so I kind of lost the plot a bit, but it was good, and I will watch that again and actually pay attention someday. But now I see we're getting into the real shit. This is where I bought that Saw box set. We had a Saw marathon, a few friends and I. Ooh, these are not good. Like I said, the first Saw kind of gets a bad rap because of the rest of the franchise. The second one is fine, very watchable. Then we lose all sense of what a movie should be for the next, what's this, 5 films? Saw 3, it's so long, it was 2 hours long. Yeah, the guy was so slow. So this didn't get an FSK rating. Yeah, I put KJ here because they are banned in Germany. The copy I have, that box set, is literally illegal. And this gray stuff means that the FSK did not rate it, because it's the director's cut. I don't even think the gore was that bad. Like, there was a lot of brutal stuff in them, but it's so unbelievable, and they are so bad, that I don't care. My phone's about to die. So over the top, I'm just... yeah, that was exhausting. Then Jigsaw, I don't know what to think. I felt it was better than the last few. Again, that might just be having watched 5 terrible movies just before that made me feel like this was actually good. Don't know. I watched a making of the Dark Knight trilogy, which is completely on YouTube. I think Warner Bros uploaded it like sometime this year. Do watch that. Tenet. I went to the cinema for Tenet. I got a friend. We went to an IMAX to see this with Mika, who I watched some bad movies with. I don't know, it was great in like the concept and the execution. Great set pieces. I think the like characters were kind of... it was quite enjoyable, and I do recommend watching it. It's not like he made a bad movie. No, it's just kind of it's okay. Like I said, there are great elements to it. It just fell flat in other areas. Everyone's talked about Tenet at this point. How I'm the devil all the time. Do watch that. It's on Netflix. Thoroughly enjoyed that experience. I did not know anything going in, but I didn't. I did like it.